You know, if there's one thing I love about February, it's the start of barbecue season in the state of Florida. I don't mean sitting out on your grill at home and throwing a few steaks, some hot dogs, some burgers. I'm talking about competition barbecue season. And if you've never been to one, Polk County hosts a lot of them, but the one you got to check out the most is Ribs on the Ridge. I love that when that commercial comes on. It's hosted by Haines City Leisure Services, and here to tell us a little bit more about it is Barbara Peck. Barbara is the event coordinator for Haines City Leisure Services. Kind of a rookie to this, never been in with this before, have you?
A few years ago, I was here.
They kind of snuck you in, so now you're a crafty veteran. So you should be able to. We should be able to knock this out in a hurry, but we don't want to hurry anything about it. Let's talk a little bit originally. What is Ribs on the Ridge?
Okay, Ribs on the Ridge is a competition barbecue that is we plan in conjunction with the Florida Barbecue Association. As a matter of fact, this is our 6th year, and we are the largest competition that Florida Barbecue Association is affiliated with. Each year we have between 80 and 100 barbecue teams. That's also backyard or professional division that come and they compete for cash prizes, trophies, and bragging rights. So.
And of course, those bragging rights, they last forever, don't they?
They do. The teams come and set up, and they set up their stations, and they've got trophies galore. And I mean, it's really impressive just to come out and see all the awards that different teams have won.
And I think you guys take the barbecue competition to a new level. I love the way the fact that you do a kids queue competition too.
Yes, that's actually sponsored by Mid-Florida. And we have 2 age divisions. The kids can come in. We provide everything they need except their grill. We provide the containers. We provide the chicken. Their parents watch over them. They grill it up, and that competition takes place on Saturday morning, the 15th.
Well, let's talk a little bit. You guys, I think the reason, not only that the fact that you are the largest and one of the most successful ones, but I think it has to do a lot with venue. No matter what situation, what you bring into Haines City, when you have a venue like Lake Eva Park, that can be transformed into so many things, whether it be the barbecue competition or the 4th of July or holiday. It just the Lake Eva Park is just such a gem for the Haines City folks.
It is, Brian, and you know we're very happy to be able to have that park for our community. I've been with the city for several years, and I remember when they before the construction project happened several years ago, and you would look out in the park and you may have a couple people here and there walking in the park, or we had a small playground area. Right now, after the construction phase and everything's over with, it's a gorgeous area. It's full of families, children. There's activities going on there from daylight to dark. And we're real happy to have it for the community. It's well used.
And of course the community center, is that what you call it? The Lake Eva, the huge building.
The banquet hall.
Yeah, the banquet hall is just, to me, it is probably one of the best facilities in the county. And the amazing thing about it, you can have anywhere from 1 to 4 different events going on in it, the way, you know, I've seen it where there's 2 different things going on it and just all the amenities to go with it.
That facility actually is rented out almost every weekend. There's a wedding, there's a convention, there's something going on in that facility every weekend. As a matter of fact, a lot of times when people rent it and their event is over, instead of getting their deposit back, they book again for the following year.
Yep.
So.
Well, let's talk a little bit. We talk venue, and obviously we know that's pretty awesome. Some of the other things that you've got going on. I know you've got vendors, you've got kids things going on. Let's talk a little bit about the vendors and the kids things. Okay.
We have. Let's start on Friday night. We have a Boggy Creek Band is going on stage Friday evening. They will be doing the entertainment from 5 to 9 on Friday. Also on Friday night we have a sauce and dessert competition. Those are 2 separate competitions that has turned into a really fun event. You don't have to be a barbecue team. You don't have to be a participant in the barbecue competition. You can go to our community center on Ledwith Avenue, pick up an application, and bring your entry in. We get some really nice desserts that come in. We get some large variety of salsas. It's a real fun time. A lot of the teams participate, and it's just a good part of the event that we do on Friday night. Also on Friday night, we have our VIP reception. This year it's Valentine's Day, February 14th.
Yeah.
So we switched it up a little bit, and we're having a champagne and chocolate reception.
Oh, that's nice.
So we're offering the ticket holders champagne, chocolates, and hors d'oeuvres. So we've got some fun things planned for Friday night.
And as a guy, you go, how do I propose a romantic date going to a barbecue? And you're like, and you've got the answer.
We
Perfect.
made it. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I'm actually looking for someone to come along, and maybe a group or something, one of the school groups, to come along and sell roses and go out and serenade.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
Here you go, honey.
Barbershop quartet would be very, very cool.
That's not my kind of music.
Yeah, but still,
yeah.
Ladies love anybody singing to them.
There
except
you
for
go.
me.
Yeah. Forget it.
So let's break into Saturday's events.
Okay.
Obviously, that's when the heavy hitters come in, and that's when things start getting smoky and tasty.
It is, and you know, this event is free. There's no admission. It's open to the public, and we have a lot of people from the public come in. There are other foods besides barbecue to eat, but the competition itself is pretty serious to those that are competing. They want those trophies. They want to be able to promote up. This is also a qualifier for Jack Daniels.
Exactly.
Okay, and so basically what that means is a person that wins this competition automatically is accepted in the Jack Daniels competition.
Exactly.
So.
And everybody's always to increase upon their brand.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Now, see, here's where you got to get me hooked up.
Okay.
How do I become a judge? I mean, I figure if I don't have a legal degree, I'm not worried about ever being a judge on the judicial side.
Right.
But I want to be a judge during barbecue. How does one do that?
Well, now that you ask, the Florida Barbecue Association actually has classes to teach the barbecue standards. My son, 1 year, and a friend did a barbecue team, and his friend is a more serious barbecuer, and my son just helped him. But he said, Mom, he said, I learned so much. He said, for example, one of the things that the judges look for on brisket is a smoke ring. And if you haven't been through some sort of training, you don't know what you look for. You just say, this tastes pretty good.
Yeah, you don't know what causes it.
Absolutely. But if you go through some sort of a regular training, then you have a better concept, and the judging is more even across the board.
Yeah,
Okay.
I get the feeling that that's not an online certificate either. That's got to be that whole taste thing in the site. Yeah.
But if you want to show up on Friday night, I'll let you just do sauce and dessert.
Nice. You know, one thing that we definitely need to talk about, your public safety professionals along with your elected officials are doing a unique thing for the holidays, and it's the Kiss the Pig contest. Let's talk a little bit about that. You know, everybody, you know, I have a lot of friends that are firemen, a lot of friends that are policemen, and I don't think the people understand the whole giving back to the community that they do.
Right. Last year, we had a group of underprivileged children that the Haines City Fire Department and Haines City Police Department worked together, brought these children together, and in a program called Shop with a Cop or Firefighter. And they took these children shopping. Took them on a special shopping trip, and the interesting thing that I found out, Brian, was when many of these kids went, they didn't buy things for themselves. You had kids that bought blankets. You had kids that would say, I'm going to buy this and this and this for my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, and they were not self-centered for the bulk of these children. I had made a comment to someone one time. I said, you know, there's a lot of people in the world today that's just one paycheck away from being homeless,
I think we all
bankrupt, just because it's just our society. But this is a really, really wonderful way to give back to the community at large and to help the kids. We had, in the Leisure Services Department, had to come up with the idea to a way that we could also give back and to promote and to help fund the Shop with a Cop. So we came up with the idea of Kiss a Pig competition. And we have a wonderful group of commissioners. We have 5 commissioners, and we have a phenomenal city manager, and they all agreed to do this. And basically what it is we have containers set up with their names on it. And if you say, for example, you really want to see this particular commissioner kiss the pig, you put more money in his container. And at the event on Saturday, right before our awards ceremony at 5 o'clock, we will tally up and see who has the most money. Whoever has the most money will be the winner or loser, and they get to kiss a pig. So,
and of course, all that money goes back
to Shop with a Cop and Firefighter. Yeah.
And then it all ties in. It's a great event, and the food is phenomenal. Now let's talk a little bit about the most important thing. To get into the event, it is absolutely
free. Absolutely free.
Does not cost you
admission,
anything.
no charges. It's just a free event.
Now, in some of the places that I've been to, they have, depending upon what the event is, they have the bucks. Does the money go towards the vendors, directly to the vendors, or do you buy specific dollars to buy the barbecue? How's that work out?
We work with what we call rib bucks. You can purchase them at different strategic locations in the park. You give us $10, we give you $10 back in rib bucks. All of our vendors work in that value, whether it's buying food from a barbecue vendor, buying homemade crafts from someone that has a craft booth, buying beer. We also have beer stations there at the event, buying a t-shirt. It all comes down to rib bucks. And then at the end of the event, our vendors and everything cash back out their rib bucks. Okay.
Well, Barbara, I want to thank you for coming on Polk Place. And anytime anytime that the Haines City has anything going on, we look forward to working, being partners with you in the community, and working with you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, and we definitely want to see you at Ribs on the Ridge. It's scheduled for February 14th and 15th. It all happens at Haines City Lake Eva Park. And Ribs on the Ribs, I'm telling you, the admission is free. They've got teams, the foods and the crafts vendors, all the things that you need for a good time. They've got kids events. They've got the Kids Q competition that you want to check out. Also, cash prizes and trophies are awarded to the professional teams, and the trophies will be awarded to amateur teams. The competition is open to everyone, and there's live entertainment on stage on Friday and Saturday. Make sure you check it all out.